Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapbrain Chronicles. Today we're coming back at you with another Ratchet video, and this is probably one of the king of all Ratchets. It's a Proto, and it's the 3/4 3/4 gear Ratchet, not gear, 3/4 size anvil Ratchet. It's 20 inches long from the top to the bottom, and it must weigh this ratchet must weigh more than 10 pounds. But before we jump into it, if you can give me a like and also subscribe to this channel, I would really appreciate it. If you kind of dig this type of content, or you find it enjoyable in any way. Okay, this I picked up at another garage sale, and they had this. And what else did I get? I got a set of Allen wrenches that were like mix and match. One, they were ball end. Some, I think half of them were Bondhaus, and the other ones were actual Allen wrenches. I got that in SA sizes. I got that and this ratchet wrench for $5. So I think it was a pretty good deal, even though this was in a little bit of a rough shape. Not too bad. There was a lot of rust. There still is rust, but I'm trying to find a way of dunking this somehow into evaporust. But something this long, I'm gonna have to get a container this long, and I don't have a lot of evaporust. So I'm trying to figure out a way where I can get it into as thin of a container as I can, and then just cover it with evaporust. What I'm probably going to wind up doing is dunking half of it in the evaporust like this, and then the other half into like a bottle, a plastic bottle or something, and hopefully that will take care of the rust on this. It's I don't know, it's kind of a weird rust. It's not really deep, but it's really sticks to it. And I tried to wire brush it by hand, and it's still it did a lot better. It looks a lot better, but kind of still not as great as I think it should look. Over here you see all that, a lot of pitting, and on the handle there's a good amount of pitting also. And this is the handle. It's pretty big. It's knurled. Nice knurling, by the way. It's pretty good, I think. It looks pretty decent there. It looks uniform all throughout, and it's kind of a small knurling considering the size of this ratchet. And here are the nomenclatures. It's a 5649 BL. I'm assuming that's black. I think originally this might have been coated in black. I'm not sure. I think a lot of it has come off. You can see some of it on the cap or the plate, and not much else. And this is Proto Professional USA, and it has the letters and numbers of 1J. I don't know what that stands for. If it's some kind of a date code, I couldn't find any info on that, so I don't know. Yeah, like I was saying, I think this was a black oxide at some point, but I think a lot of it came off because it's pretty much just plain steel right now. And You can see my hand here. I have a small hand, but this is pretty big. And it's pretty coarse, like all 49 Protos. These aren't the original screws. I think somebody was tinkering in this because you can see here they cut the screw ends. I guess they got a couple of screws that were the right size for the threads, but they were too long, and you can see the marks there where it took off the black on either side. So let's open this up and see what's inside. And you can see from the hole is slanted, and these screws have a flat bottom. They are not slanted. So again, that's another sign that they're not original, besides being cut off. And another sign is that they are a flathead, and the originals are Phillips. Yeah, here's the plate. It's a big plate. Like I said before, it's pretty huge, pretty thick, but in proportion to the size, not crazy thick. But it's a good heavy piece there. Here's the gear. The gear, God, this gear must weigh like 3 pounds. It's a huge gear. And there is the ball detent. The ball detent kind of sticks out pretty far, and it's pretty easy to press in also. And the tooth count on this, I didn't count, but I'm gonna say maybe like 32 teeth on this gear. There's a hole here on the back. It's not very deep, I think. I probed it, and there was a lot of junk in it, but mostly like grease and some sand, and that was about it. But not much. Doesn't look like it really goes anywhere. And you can see the teeth here. The teeth are huge. I see a good amount of pitting all over. I did brush some of it off, but still got that, what does Scoutcrafter call it? Scarring? I think that's what it is, scarring, with that pitting. Okay, and here are the springs. The springs are pretty big also. The cone springs, they're wide on the back and kind of narrow in the front. And the paw. This is what the paw looks like. Paw's pretty big size also. Just one tooth. The paw just rides in between. Just the one edge of the paw goes into those huge teeth. So I guess you can call this just a one-tooth paw. And at the end here, there's a little protrusion that kind of stabilizes it. It goes into the hole at the bottom there and kind of keeps it from floating away inside the mechanism. But yeah, looks pretty good. It looks like a huge version of a regular Proto 49. That's basically what it is. Let me there's the other spring. And the right side pawl. Same as the left pawl, but in reverse. Okay, let's look inside the head here. You see the pendulum for the switch there. And some interesting things here is well, basically it's well done. This is very nicely broached inside. Everything looks clean. You don't see those weird broaching marks. I'm not sure what they did here, but you see those letters S and the number 2 kind of like forged into the cavity here. So I'm not sure what process they used in this broaching, or what the deal is. You guys who are more machine inclined, let me know what the deal is here, because I've seen other ratchets with kind of leathers like that. I think the Armstrong had something like that on one of their ratchets, if I remember correctly. They had some letters or numbers forged in like that on the inside, and there's some like little round marks on the upper edge here. Not sure what that's for. And kind of some swirls here. That might just be tooth marks from the gear. But all in all, everything is pretty good. And they still sell repair kits for this if you have an old broken one. I don't know how you would break this, but it's there, the repair kits. But they're kind of pricey. I think I saw some that were like $40 for a repair kit or something like that. So yeah, basically that's what it looks like. Pretty big. I don't think I'm gonna use this much. It's just something to have. This is the first 3/4 ratchet that I own, so it's just, I guess, added to the collection. But as far as like this seeing any use, I don't foresee myself needing a 3/4, but who knows, maybe might need it one day. You can never tell. Okay, and putting this all back together, just drop in your pawls and your springs. Remember, the cone, the small diameter cone of the cone goes against the back of the pawl, like that, and kind of center it a little bit. See how this one's kind of at the edge? Let me bring it up so you can see a little bit better. This one's at the edge, so kind of just smush it down a little bit like that, so it's more into the body of the pawl. And that's basically it. And you just put your plate on like that, and you flip it over, but hold on to it because it's gonna want to fly out, all that heavy stuff. Just grab your screws. I'm gonna have to get replacement screws for this. I don't really like these screws just because they're flat bottom. is kind of wonky in that slanted hole, but they do work for now, so I'm not gonna complain that much. Let's see if it works. Yep, it works. So there it is. That's the 3/4 drive Proto 5649. This one happens to be the BL model. Heavy duty piece of kit. Definitely more industrial than anything. So I don't know, just wanted to show. I don't foresee many people gonna have a need for this, or for a ratchet this size, just for regular work on whatever, on your vehicle, whatever. I think half inch drive is pretty sufficient for all that. But if if you need something really heavy duty, for like trucks or whatever, I guess 3/4 is the way to go. And this Proto, definitely, yeah, up there, pro grade. Alright guys, until next time.